Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout that I completed at the crop. And this is about my son and he's going to college this year for art. And I just want to go back and, kind of talk about on how he got into art and then how it became part of his life. Don't think there's a day that goes by that child doesn't draw. And that's been like that since grade 7. He drew before that, but before that it was like stick people, right? But now, he draws, it's, I guess, what you call anime figures. And there's even quite a few times that when we go to Montana's and they have that brown paper, well, while we're waiting for our food, he draws on that brown paper. It's meant to be there for, young kids, but he always drew. And then when the waiter or the waitress would come with his plate and, they'd be like, oh, I don't want to put that over that. It's like, no worries. He's drawn probably 200 of some of these characters. So what he's doing right now is he's, I guess, kind of preparing a game. He's got 50 some characters that he's drawn, and each character has, a personality, a name. He has them doing different things, like different facial emotions. So, mad, happy, sad, all that stuff in action and all this stuff. So he's working really hard on that. And then this year he's taking a visual art foundation, which he had to take before what he really wants to take, which is game designing. It was a prerequisite, and he's finding it super, super easy because to him, it's stuff that he's been doing all along. But I said, there's always some things that you can learn. So just take as much as you can from each day. And then, you're already halfway down the year. And then next year, then you'll be doing exactly what you want. And just look at it, like I said, just look at it as you can always learn something. So this, a little bit about the layout. The background is one of those this and that pattern papers from 2012, I think it is. And it's the boy collection. And same thing with the brown paper. I just cut it down to 10 by 10. And then I'm going to build the photos without mounting them on cardstock. And I had cut or printed the photos to one of 4x4 and then two of them by about 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And in doing that, I knew that I was going to put two of them on one side and then one to the left. And then I was going to build my layout around that. So the two pictures that I drew, yeah, I wish I could draw like that, that I printed was actually pictures that he drew at the school that he's going to now, but it was a March break, a week-long session. It was last year when he was still in high school, and we had heard the week before it started, or a week and a half before it started, that they were doing this, and so we were kind of late to register and everything, but they still had room. And it was awesome. It was $75 for the week, and it was like, I don't know, 9 to noon every day, or 9 to 1, something like that. And it was $75. But if he decided to go to that school, then they would take that off the tuition. So basically, he went there for free because he did end up going there for school. And so the picture that I have him drawing, that was just him at home one day. He was just sitting at the counter in the kitchen and he was just drawing in his sketchbook. And he's so funny because it's very rare that he shares what he's drawing. But sometimes we have to sort of, bug and bug and bug for him to to share with us. And I've been after him forever to do something with me, because here he is. I mean, he draws, these really fantastic things. And what do we do as scrapbookers, right? We use die cuts and stuff. So I've been trying to get him to kind of, work with me, sort of thing. And so I think I find it's probably going to take a few months to get it going. We've been talking about it, like I said, for months and months and months and months. And he was always, on the fence. When he was in high school, he wasn't too interested in doing anything else but getting through high school. But now, he's kind of thinking about, when he's going to be done, he needs to work in that field. So I'll be sharing with you guys soon what we have in mind. So I'm so excited that I might be able to, kind of work and do something with my son. So that's interesting. That'll be, like I said, hopefully coming up in the next few months there. I've had some things brewing in my mind for the last couple years. But anyway, this page here, it was super plain, as far as, I didn't want to add too much embellishment, but I had this a chipboard that came from the This and That collection. It was a little boy sitting down with a book, and I just thought it was just perfect for this. It was probably a reading book that this child is holding, but for me it was more like, I was thinking more like he was holding a sketchbook, because it didn't matter where we went, he brought a sketchbook. Even when he played hockey, he would bring his sketchbook, and you know how they have to be there an hour before the game? Well, he would sit down and he would draw until it was time to get dressed and get ready for hockey. He just always had a sketchbook. If, we went to town, he would have his sketchbook in the back and he'd be sketching all the way to town. And it didn't matter if a family gathering, he would bring his sketchbook and he would sketch. He just would sketch all the time. So I figured it was, high time that I documented that. So one of the piece of, I think it was a pattern paper, and it was like a cut apart. It had a ticket sort of drawn on it, but I cut out the ticket, and then that's going to be where I'm going to do my journaling. I cut a little piece off, and then that way I'm able to put it to the top right of the layout, just outside that brown paper, and then I'm able to also build a cluster there. Then I took the little alphas that are from Freckle Fawn, and I spelled out Art is Life. And then with my ticket, I wanted to do a little cluster there, my journaling card. So there was a little die cut that I had put with this page kit, and it said favorite photo, and then I put a little potty person, and then I'm going to add a few enamel dots to that cluster. The cluster right above the Art is Life is, I had one washi tape that I had put with this page kit, and it was yellow and white polka dots, and then I built a little cluster on top of that, a little banner that said "so relaxing," and for him that was a big part of how he would stay relaxed. And then I added some enamel dots. The last cluster, I use the piece of the ticket that I had cut off, and then there was another little piece of sticker that said love. What does it say? look at this. And then I'm going to put the year also there, and then a few more enamel dots. Then I had a brown and yellow flare, which coordinated perfectly with this layout, and it says dream on. So, you know, just talking about how you gotta dream it before it can actually happen. You know, you gotta have dreams in life. So that's going to pretty much complete this layout. I'm going to add some splatters, and I'm going to have some close-ups at the end of the video. And also, I have a couple of little banners that are going to follow. The first one is to show about my new class that I'm offering right now. It's a 2-for-1 class. I'm having a customer appreciation, couple of weeks. So the class is 2 classes for the price of 1. So you get 2 full classes for the price of 1. The first one is called For the Love of the Collection, and the second one is Love Your Scraps. Now, the other thing that I'm also doing is I'm having a Black Friday sale, and I'm extending it so it's, about 2 weeks, because I know that, there was quite a bit of, Black Friday sales around. And also, everybody's payday is so different. So I didn't want to leave anybody out. The special for that is that every class in my shop is 50% off. And on that note, I would again want to tell you how much I appreciate so much that you are supporting me. And I hope that each and every one of you is having an amazing week. And that's it. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and sometimes on Saturdays. And also, if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.